Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Good Lord in heaven, another shooting. This time in my home state. Let's talk about it. But before we talk about it, the usual. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get alerts. If you're digging what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. Let's go, y'all. My God. Here it comes. Courtesy of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. About 27 minutes ago. Teacher and teen killed in shooting at South St. Louis High School. Suspect is dead. The gunman entered a South St. Louis high school on Monday with a long gun and multiple high-capacity magazines, shooting a teenage girl and a health teacher to death and injuring several others before police shot and killed him, authorities said. Police identified the suspect late Monday as Orlando Harris, 19, a graduate last year of the school, Central Visual and Performing Arts High School at Arsenal Street and South Kings Highway near Tower Grove Park. One survivor heard the shooter say he was tired of everybody in the school. Police said the damage could have been far worse. The shooter's gun jammed at one point, thank God. One student said, giving kids time to escape. And police found more than a dozen 30-round magazines on him. Damn, he was tired of everybody. Authorities did not release the names of the woman and the teenage girl who died. But relatives of the woman identified her to the Post-Dispatch as 61-year-old Jean Cooksa, who taught health and physical education. Cooksa, a mother of 5, lived in the Ditmer area of Jefferson County. And family and friends said sophomore Alexandria Bell, 16, loved art. 4 other students were shot and injured, 2 in the leg, 1 in the arm, and 1 in the hands and jaw. 2 more students suffered abrasions and a girl fractured her ankle. Interim Police Commissioner Michael Sachs said Monday evening he was extremely proud of the police response. The call for an active shooter came in at 9:11 a.m. and the shooter was shot 14 minutes later on the school's 3rd floor. He said a security officer saw the man trying to enter the building and the police were alerted. Several parents and St. Louis Mayor Tashara O. Jones also commended the police response. This could have been much worse, Sachs said. Sachs refused to say how the gunman got into the building, but said all doors were locked. The building has metal detectors and 7 security officers. Sachs said the gunman had no criminal history. There are 2 magnet schools on the campus, Central Visual and Performing Arts with about 400 students, and Collegiate School of Medicine and Bioscience with about 300 students. David Williams, a math teacher at the school, said the school principal came over the loudspeaker around 9 a.m. and said the code phrase that indicates a shooter in the building. Williams heard multiple shots outside his classroom, and one of the windows on the classroom door was shot out. He then heard a man say, "You are all going to expletive die." Police haven't said how many shots were fired inside the school. Well, my man had several 30-round mags with a long gun. Elijah Pullman, a 15-year-old sophomore, said it was chaos when the code came over the loudspeaker. He said he texted his parents that he loved them, then heard 4 gunshots and took off running. He said he almost ran into a body in the hallway on his way out. I don't even know how to deal with it, he said. I'm scared. Raymond J. Parks, a dance teacher at the school, said He was about to teach a ballet class when he saw the shooter wearing all black with a long gun out of the corner of his eye. Park said the man pointed the gun at him, but did not fire for some reason. Tadia Golston, 16, was in the class when the shooting started. He said, like, I'm tired of this damn school and I'm tired of everybody in this damn school, she said. Tadia said the shooter's gun eventually jammed and that she was able to run for safety. Renaya Cole was in the dance class too, stretching when she heard a gunshot. We hid in a corner behind a mat, said Renia, 16. Once the gunman ran off, Renia and her classmates darted out of the school into a vacant Walgreens building. Okay. And most of this is just testimony about what went on. I tend to agree with a lot of people in this article who say it was a good thing the way the police responded. They were there inside of 14 minutes and only 2 people actually died. And this man had a gang of ammunition. And then he injured some other people too. So this is still tragic, but I agree, not as tragic as it could have been if the police had responded poorly. And I believe a lot of why the situation was not as tragic as it could have been was because of the police response. And I don't find myself giving kudos to the cops for shit. But salute. Thanks for saving the babies, police. Thanks for saving the teachers, police. We appreciate that. Parents all over the country appreciate that. Parents all over the planet appreciate that. I just wish some of these people who have passed in these kinds of incidents had more responsive responders to the situation and thus preventing the loss of life. My condolences and prayers go out to the families of the individuals who died, as well as prayers for speedy recovery to the people who were injured. And I hope that there's nothing permanent happen to any of these babies, and so they can continue, living their life, doing what they do. Man, there is an issue with mental health in this country. I've been saying it for years. There's an issue with depression and anxiety in this country. It's been an issue for years. I've been saying that. I'm not saying that's the only reason people are shooting themselves. I'm not saying that's the only reason people are committing suicide, but it is enough of an issue that it's made the numbers spike and jump. I will tell you exactly how much in a later video. But for right now, I'm good. I pray that we, as a people, human beings, can come together and find a reasonable solution. Hasn't there been enough killing? Hasn't there been enough death? Isn't there enough mental illness? Isn't there enough sickness? We need to do something. I sit here on this page and I laugh and I joke. I sit here on this page and I advocate for things. I advocate for truth. I also advocate for life. If there is any way, anything, anybody knows of that can be done in this situation, I'm with it. I'm there for it. I'm down. This has to change, y'all. This has to stop. I mean, if it means we as parents got to start showing up at the school strapped to police our babies, man. I mean, if that's what's got to happen, that may not be a good solution, but damn. Kids keep dying. Kids. Children. What are we going to do about that? And I can tell by the names, Renaya, Tania, this occurred in the Black community. Orlando, Okay, ain't nobody exempt from anxiety, depression, and mental illness. Nobody. It does not discriminate for color. If you're dealing with anxiety and depression, if you're dealing with something else and it's changing the way you should think and making your thought process irrational, please, please, please seek some kind of help. I'm dead ass on this, y'all. And there ain't no room for laughing, joking, none of that. Whatever you believe, whatever your religion is, whatever your affiliation is with a higher power, convene with it. Man, pray for these babies. Pray for the future of schools and that we don't have another school get shot up. And if we do have another school get shot up, the law enforcement and first responders respond like these people did. I'm gonna be coming at y'all with another one of these other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.